Yo, what's going on, my psychedelic squadron? It's your boy Trippy here, man, and I'm about to hit you with these five negatives from the Madden 20 beta. Now, if you didn't see my positives, because of course I like to start off on a good foot before I talk shit about anything for the most part, unless there ain't nothing nice to say, and I just kind of shut the hell up. That's what my mama told me to do.
Mama said.
But if you haven't seen that, video link will be popping up on the screen very shortly. Also, if you're new to the channel, man, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button, only if you enjoyed it, though. I'm not about to sit here and begging for likes, you know what I'm saying? It's not the type of dude I am. And if you enjoy the content, you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell notification to be notified whenever I upload any Madden or any sort of content. Period. Enough of the rambling, enough of the shameless plugs, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. So number one on this list is going to be the franchise mode. The franchise mode is basically exactly the same. So if you were to play as a coach, you own the team, etc., all that is still the same. The only difference is, other than the fact that you're able to equip players with Superstar and Superstar X Factor development traits with X Factors and Superstar abilities, the only difference is face of the franchise quarterback 1, which you're able to play obviously as a quarterback, and you have a couple pre-draft, you have some college play time, some playthroughs, things like that. But for the most part, man, it's exactly the same. You got a couple text messages. Like if you were to play franchises like a head coach or something, you answer a couple reporter questions and it could give morale, which is the new thing instead of confidence. Basically the same thing anyway. To, you know, certain players, certain position groups, offense, defense, the entire team as a whole, depending on how you answer these questions. Now, that is a nice little nuance that they've added, but it's something that we already had before, like way back in the days, and they're just recycling the same crap. So if you're not really a MUT player, if you're not really a head-to-head player, and you really don't, you're just kind of looking at it for the franchise, not too much has changed. Sorry to disappoint you, but I mean, it is a negatives video. Now, number two on this list is going to be the offensive and defensive playbook. Honestly, outside of the RPOs that are added into the game and any of the new trick plays and jet sweeps, these playbooks are exactly the same, which means you already know off the rip, or you even head into a head-to-head match, you're going to get matched up with someone with the Patriots offensive playbook. Be prepared to be dealing with a lot of 5 wide this year, but for the most part, gun bunch, whatever was running last year, what they're going to be running this year. Now, I was hoping for a little more variety, a little more diversity in these playbooks, although we did have a lot of new nuances added as far as like the RPO mechanic. Other than that, there really wasn't too much to go off of. So number 3 on this list, and this could be something that they definitely change. I felt like this was something that I'm not gonna say is a bug, but something that just doesn't seem right, doesn't sit right with the game. And I already know that there's a lot of I'm not gonna say backlash, but constructive criticism based upon this, and that is the wind up on throws from the quarterback take a pretty decent amount of time. Now, for medium and deep throws, they're supposed to take a little bit more, you know, finessing to get it to the destination. But for short throws, dog, there's no reason it should take a full 1.5 seconds in order to get the ball to a drag route that's right in front of you. You shouldn't wind that bad boy all the way back here like a pitcher just to be able to get it 2 yards and then let your receiver do the rest of it. That is the only issue I've seen with it. Medium throws, when you put a little touch on it, you know, you gotta step back and put a little bit of thought into it. When you throw deep, you gotta put some cannon in it, you know what I mean? Realistically, a quarterback is supposed to kind of set his feet, get his legs behind him before he just launches a pass downfield for like 50-60 yards, you know? So theoretically and physically, it should be that way, but not for short passes. And with the pass rush being ridiculous this year, it's probably not the best combination. So I do see them tweaking that just a little bit. So don't put too much thought into that. It's just something that I feel like if they don't change could be detrimental to offensive schemes and all types of things. Number 4 on this list is going to be AI issues. And I'm not going to say issues as, you know, like it was last year or in a couple years prior where it's just awful. It's just 100% awful. No, there's a lot of good to it. Don't get me wrong. And if you see my positives video, I actually had this on that list as well. The only thing is there's still a couple of blonde moments that the computer will have. Now, if you don't click onto that right person to make that read, you should at least expect your players on the back end to make sure that that doesn't happen. Nothing crazy happens, especially when they're in position to make it. Now, we'll have an example on the screen from some footage that, you know, was shown from when they were showcasing Patrick Mahomes' superstar and X Factor abilities. And as you can see on the screen, my dude went completely dumb. Now, they were showcasing Patrick Mahomes, you know, dead-eyed, but at the same time, they kind of showed their dude looking kind of retarded.
It's not nice to say retarded.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. And I know it's not nice to say retarded, but I call it how I see it. And that dude looked retarded. I mean, straight up numbnuts. But for the most part, they did a good job cleaning it up. They still have their issues. But I've gotten a couple crazy animations from the computer when they were sacking. Like, for instance, somebody sacked Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Donald, of all people, pulled the bitch into the end zone on the 2-yard line. They got a couple things to clean up, but for the most part, it is way better than what it was in years past. I just feel like this could be, you know, one of those I break my controller moments later on in the year, and I come back to this video like... But most importantly, the fact that they are not showing the offensive line enough love when it comes to these superstar abilities and X factors. Dog, I can't tell you, with the pass rush being so crazy, there's been a ton of really good linemen in this game, and they're not giving them offensive abilities. Dog, there is a list on the screen right now, whether it's me scrolling through or showing you photo or screenshots. There is not one offensive lineman that has a superstar X Factor ability, although we have superstar X Factor linemen in the league. You got people like Tyron Smith. Although he's been injured, he's really good. You got people like Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, Travis Fredericks, Zach Martin. That is just off 2 teams. You know what I mean? There's so many other players, man, that have awesome traits that you could really do some things with. I haven't even seen so much as a lead the way thing. Yet again, that is something that I see getting fixed in the future. Why they didn't have it in a beta, I will never know. It irks my soul. They don't give the big dudes no love, man. Come on, bro. Fat people got feelings too, man. But overall, man, I still think these negatives are correctable, as they did say they were going to update playbooks throughout the year. How often and how in detail they'll be doing that, I'm not too sure. The wind up on throws is definitely something that I feel like will be adjusted throughout either, you know, throughout this process before the release of the game or the, you know, the actual release date of the game. Franchise mode, I don't expect that shit to change. That shit's about to be trash. That's not gonna get any better, honestly. The quarterback one is something that you can kind of like, you know, dive into for like a season or two, but overall it's not gonna be enjoyable through the duration of Madden. AI issues, I expect that to get a little cleaned up, but you know, the game's not perfect, but this is about as good as it's gotten for AI, and I'll take this if this is day one product, because it's very far and few between when it happens. I just don't want to see stupid shit at all. I'm sorry. If a play is made to be made, the computer should make it. I'm sorry. It just should be that way. All pro difficulty or not. Like it needs to be that way. And then the offensive lineman X factors and superstar abilities, I'm pretty sure that's going to change. It's probably something they just didn't want to roll out in the beta. I didn't really get too deep into franchise mode to kind of like really nitpick and like deal with offensive linemen, but I'm pretty sure they're going to change that. I just find it hard to believe that they really sit there and play the big man up front like that for an entire Madden. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that bell icon now to be notified on when anytime I upload some stuffs. Also, let me know down below what you think. What are the negatives that you've seen in the beta if you played it, or that you've heard, you know, kind of looming around, whether it be YouTube, your friends, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Tinder. Okay, I'll stop. Just let me know. And stay tuned for more Madden 20 news and all types of content until the release of Madden 20. Until next time, fellas, peace.